Hey, hold on there.
I've got to answer a page.
It was mine.
What?
I had you paid.
Why?
Because we have to talk.
I happen to be working.
Well, put it on hold for a minute.
What do you expect, everyone to drop everything they're doing as soon as you beckon them?
Well, you seem to be pretty good in that category, too.
You're a lot more inconsiderate than I am, especially lately.
You're the one who stood me up last week.
I stood you up. I planned an entire day for us. Lunch, a matinee, and dinner.
Sounds great. So where were you?
I took Tony instead.
I thought we had plans together.
Didn't I tell you? Your Aunt Helen pulled a fast one and saved you from my clutches.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about plain, underhanded deviousness, that's what. Anyway, Tony and I ended up having a wonderful afternoon and evening.
Well, you could have at least told me.
You weren't around.
Well, I must have been somewhere.
You weren't at home, so obviously I thought you forgot about our date.
Right, and when I went home to get you, you weren't there either.
If you wanted to go out, Frisco, all you had to do was call me.
I'm a flake. What can I say? I spaced it.
So you wouldn't have been able to go to the theater anyway?
I would have. I would have found time.
Well, let's call it over and done with, then. Thank Aunt Helen later.
I still don't understand. What exactly did she say to you?
I brought the ticket over to your apartment. I gave it to her. She said she'd give it to you.
Well, she didn't.
Obviously.
Well, so why be mad at me, huh? It's not my fault she didn't give me the ticket.
Maybe it is.
How?
Because you permit her to baby you.
So?
So she feels she can run your entire life.
She does not run my life.
Sure looks that way to me.
Aunt Helen does not tell me what to do.
She doesn't have to tell you what to do, Frisco. She goes right ahead and does it for you.
I suppose she thinks she's, helping me out.
Yeah, interfering with your social life.
She's not interfering with my social life. She's a bit eccentric. I've told you that.
I think she just doesn't like me.
Yeah, you may be right.
What, she doesn't like me?
Well, I don't mean that exactly.
What?
You don't understand. You see, Aunt Helen has never been married.
So?
She was probably just looking out for me, that's all.
Oh, I see. She looks out for you, but she doesn't look out for Tony.
What do you mean?
Tony is her nephew also, correct?
Yeah.
So why is it it's okay for me to go out with Tony, but I can't go out with you?
She thinks Tony's older, and he'd be able to deal with a fast-moving lady like you.
Oh, that's very funny.
Sorry.
Frisco, I just wanted us to be together.
So did I.
Did you?
Tanya, you know you're special to me. You know that.
But I want to be more than a friend.
It's not the right time for me now. I told you that.
Aunt Helen doesn't help make it the right time either, does she? To be perfectly honest with you, Frisco, as long as she's around, I really don't want to see you.
Why not?
Because I find her very strange, and I don't like the way you're always catering to her.
I do not cater to her.
You make excuses for her all the time, and she has a hold on you.
She does not have a hold on me. Nobody has a hold on me, understand? Especially not Aunt Helen.
Code blue, emergency receiving, backup stacked. Code blue, emergency receiving, backup stacked.
Frisco, what are you doing? Hey!
I want your undivided attention.
Well, you're not going to get it by being rude.
Are you listening to me?
Gotten into
Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Stop meddling in my life.
What are you talking about?
You know damn well what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Tanya and the theater tickets.
I don't understand.
Don't play this innocent trip with me now.
Theater tickets.
Right.
The ones that Tanya brought for Tony.
That she brought for me.
For you?
Right. She said she told you she brought them for me.
Well, if she said she told you, then of course she did.
Why the sarcasm?
Was I being sarcastic?
Weren't you?
Look, you're not going to believe me. You're going to believe her, so it doesn't really matter what I say,
If you would give me a rational explanation for your behavior, maybe I would believe you, too.
You mean like pat my eyelids or quiver my lips? The way Tanya does?
Your hostility's showing.
I'm just telling the truth. I'm sorry if it bothers you.
Now, you're going to get another chance to tell the truth. Why didn't you give me the ticket?
I told you I thought it was for Tony.
She said that she specifically told you it was for me, and she told you that her and I had plans that night.
I told you I misunderstood.
You're lying.
Oh, now why would I do that?
Why would you lie about anything or everything?
Before, when I had to invent stories.
Invent stories. Oh, this is rich.
I had a reason. This time I don't have a reason.
When have you ever needed a reason for anything?
I wouldn't waste my energy on something this petty.
Well, it doesn't look that way to me.
Don't flatter yourself. I am not interested in your affairs.
Really? Then I have your permission to have a friendship with Tanya?
No accounting for taste.
Well, you're so tolerant. Hey, when you reach the throne, Princess, you ought to outlaw freedom of choice and things like that.
I don't care about your affairs. They're not a part of my priorities.
Right, you just can't stand Tanya, that's all.
We just have a different temperaments.
You certainly do. Hers is nice.
I'd rather be dead than sugary.
Tanya's not sugary.
She's too sweet for my taste.
Well, we don't care about your taste, okay? We are very good friends, and if I choose to spend time with a very good friend of mine, it's my business, baby.
Nobody said it wasn't.
You've just been taking every chance you could to be rude to her.
Well, that was Aunt Helen.
Well, Aunt Helen has just used her last chance. Got it?
Do you really like her?
I really like her.
But why is she so...
She's been a very good friend to me and Tony.
Well, I don't like her.
Well, I don't care. You know, this really confirms my worst suspicions of you.
What suspicions?
How petty you really are.
I'm not!
Not only petty, being rude to Tanya, doing what you just did with the tickets, and you lie on top of everything.
I'm not like that.
You most certainly are like that. It's like, have you ever heard of a spider getting caught in his own web?
I'm not in the mood for riddles.
Well, this is just about you all the way. You see, you've been spinning your web of tall tales, and you're starting to get confused between the truth and the lies. Like being an Aztec princess.
I am.
Well, how do you expect me to believe that if everything else you tell me is a lie?
Okay, all right. So I told a little white lie about the theater ticket.
Then you really did lie.
Well, it wasn't a real lie.
Can't you tell the truth about anything?
I told you as much as I can.
You mean about the stuff in Mexico?
As much as I could.
Maybe as much as you can make up, huh? You know what I think, lady?
What?
I think you've invented this whole Mexico story.
Why would I do that?
Well, why not? I mean, the bigger the story, the better off you are.
How can you say that?
Simple. You fed me a lot of lies, and I had no way to check them out, you see. I just went completely on faith, baby. And you used that, and it worked. And you hooked me, didn't you?
Not really. You still don't believe in me.
But why should you care if I do or not? I mean, you got room, you got board, you got a built-in security guard. Hell, you live better than the president's wife.
I don't have your trust.
How could you? I mean, the way you started out, under my bed, trying to steal a gimmick ring. I mean, how's a believable story supposed to come out of that? I do admire your gall, though.
I was desperate.
Yeah. You were outrageous. You forced me, you know, to help you. You got my sympathy, and it worked. You acted the part through like a pro. But I'm fed up. I've really had it. I mean, I've really had it.